Hey there everyone, it's Mouse Plays and welcome to episode 3 of the Create Mod tutorials. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you the 3 other power generation methods that you can use in Create. So previously we did learn about the water wheel, which is the basic power generation source that you're going to use, but there are 3 more. You can see them right behind me. One there, and one right there. Yeah, so we're going to get straight into it with the most basic power generation, even more basic than the water wheel. That's the hand crank. So following my very beautiful arrow here, you can see this is it. This is the hand crank. If I come in here, the hand crank is made with 3 planks of any kind and an andesite alloy. And basically all it does is when you right click, hold down right click, you can see that it creates 256 stress units. That's all it needs. Now right here, you can see this very fast spinning machine is the windmill. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stop it just because I don't need this. And you can see that I basically have created this. There's 2 aspects to it. There's the windmill bearing, which when I right click will rotate, and then there's the sails. Now a sail you can make with a piece of wool, 2 sticks, and an andesite alloy. That'll make you 2 sails. You'll just put them down on the windmill bearing, which is made with a shaft, a type of mineral block, any type, as you can see here, and a slab. And that'll create the windmill bearing. And basically, I'm going to create a little mini windmill right now, just to share with you what you need. So if we come over here, I'll have a little gearbox, and this will be where you can connect your power to. I'm going to move it up 4, and here, and I'll put the windmill bearing. You can see that it says that this contraption was unable to assemble. Attached structure does not include enough sail-like blocks. So you can use sails, or I think you can use wool, but I prefer sails because it's easier, and you can get more per wool. So if I right click, now you need 8 minimum, so there's 1 and then there's 4, so this is 9, but I can like take off 1 on the top and it'll work, but just very slowly because it depends on how many sails you have. So looking here, you can see this is about the maximum amount of sails you can have, because if you right click, the maximum amount you can get is 8,192 stress units in a windmill, and you can see it moves very fast. So see how fast that moves compared to our little basic one here. It was pretty slow. So basically it just depends on how many sail blocks you have, and that will create the energy based on the sail blocks. Basically it for the windmill, but now we're going to move on to probably the most complicated power generation. Here we have the steam engines. So the steam engines replaced the furnace engine in, I think it was this update, 0.5, but I'm actually going to show you now how to build a boiler step by step. This is just a basic. All right, I just set the weather to clear quickly, and then so I'm going to create an infinite water source, so water buckets, and then I'm going to use a utility pipe. To make a fluid pipe, which is what this is, you're going to need 1 copper ingot and 2 copper sheets. We went over pressing in previous tutorials, and you can click that right above. And then also, with the fluid pipe, you're going to need the mechanical pump. Now with the mechanical pump, all you're going to need is a fluid pipe and a cogwheel, and that'll make the mechanical pump, which will then pump the water into the pipe. But we're going to quickly set up our little machine here. So 3 is usually enough. Just do this. And you'll want to leave a gap under. I'm going to build this like this, so that I can put the mechanical pump this way. So you can look at the arrows. You can see the arrows are pointing this way. You can also use a wrench to rotate this so that it goes the other way. Or you can do what I did and just put one ahead of it. So once you've got this clocked in here, you're going to put a cogwheel. Just build off the back there. And then I'm going to actually use a creative motor, but you can use whatever you'd like. So then you can see here, if I crank this up, I'll set it to a reasonable 64. You'll see that the fluid is actually going to flow out. That's because it's not connected to anything. But that's where the fluid tank comes in. Now the fluid tank is going to be 1 barrel and 2 copper sheets. Now the fluid tank is going to be 1 barrel and 2 copper sheets. And then all you do, you take the fluid tank, you connect it, and it'll start to fill up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand it a bit. I'm going to expand it 3 wide. And that's usually a good indicator of what you're going to need. Usually this is a good starting base. And then you're going to need to produce heat for this. So what we're going to do, you're going to want to grab yourself a blaze burner, which we went over in the last tutorial. Put that on screen right now. And then you're going to want to put it underneath. And then for the final aspect, you're going to want to put in a steam engine. You can see this has turned into a boiler. So if I go ahead and if I grab this shaft and I put it here, you can see it's actually going to start working. And I'm actually producing energy already. We're actually producing 2,048 stress units. But that's just with this guy down here. You see, we are getting a little bit of heat, but if I go ahead and I give this guy some sort of fuel source, I'm going to give him a creative blaze cake, but you can feed them with coal or whatever. I'm just going to do it once. You can see that that automatically makes it go faster. And just by hooking up that blaze burner, we are making 16,384 stress units. And yeah. So you can expand this. If I turn this up, you'll see it goes faster, and then the water is good, but now the size becomes a constraint, and heat is also a constraint. So this is when I come over here, you can see this is the max you can make, and you can make 294,912 stress units with 2 engines. Hey there everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment so that I know what you want to see next. If you want to know what to watch next, please click on the video right now on screen. That'll take you to the previous tutorial, which will talk about the mechanical mixer, the blaze burner, and making brass, which is very important in Create. But anyways, that's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm Mouse Plays. It's been magical, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone!